My name is Nick McGlosky. I'm the CEO of Ecomdash. We're a multi-channel inventory, order, and listing management company, and very thankful and appreciative for Christina and the 3D Cart team to host this webinar for us. And this webinar will be, around 20 minutes. I'll definitely be explaining, more about the functionalities and features of Ecomdash, how we work with providers like 3D Cart, in helping you run your online store, and kind of the features and benefits that we offer. So with that, I'll definitely get into it. We will hold Q&A for the end, and I'd be happy to stay on the line as long as we need to answer any questions you might have. So that's me. My email address is there, so definitely feel free to email me directly if you have any questions at the end of this, at the end of the webinar. And so first, really want to get into an overview. So you'll see on your screen, really some of the high-level features that we offer, and I'll let you kind of read those. Certainly don't want to just read each slide here. But to really kind of hone in on our primary mission, it's really to protect our sellers' brand reputation by not allowing you to oversell across all the channels that you're selling on. So as you all know, there's really no one clean way to do e-commerce. Every business is different. There's no cookie-cutter e-commerce business model. And I'm sure, as most of you know, there's really 3 different types of models, and Ecomdash supports all these models, because a lot of companies are using at least 2 of them to manage their business. So first, obviously, some folks may be selling items and fulfilling them yourself, whether that might be in your own warehouse or your basement or a spare bedroom in your house. The second model is drop shipping, where you might be selling someone else's available inventory, and then you're simply marketing and selling in your choice of online sales channels. And then lastly, the third model is where you're selling your own items but using a third-party fulfillment center, such as FBA, to do all the pick, packing, and shipping, to help you out with that part of the equation. So as mentioned, we support all these different models. For example, you may stock low quantities of an item and then have same-day supplier. So if you do run out of stock, you can still fulfill the order. And today, it's really hard to get a view of your company from all of your channels. And essentially, we are acting as a system of record and have all the data from all the different channels that you're selling on. So we can provide you, data across the channels, your cost of goods sold, what items are selling, what items aren't selling, what channels are doing well for certain products versus others, what items are profitable, and so forth. So moving on, this is really just represents a functional overview of our features. On the right, you can kind of see, you have your POS system, you might have your storefront, you have your e-commerce sites, and then obviously you have a lot of sales orders that are filtering in, that are syncing across all those channels, and then that are getting shipped out or getting fulfilled, or that are being drop shipped. But more importantly, I just wanted to note that, that e-commerce is very underappreciated from a technology standpoint in all the various moving parts. As a seller, you're dealing with different integrations, purchase orders, product listings, shipping, suppliers, warehouses. It is independently overwhelming if you're a small business that's selling online. A lot of folks start out selling on one channel, whether that might be an Amazon or an eBay or a 3D Cart website. And once you truly start to scale, it becomes increasingly complex. Just a very simple example, processing a sales order is different on Amazon versus eBay. The terminology is different, the interfaces are different, and the back-end operations are a lot to manage, while you're trying to sell and promote your products. And that's really where Ecomdash can really offer value in managing all the back-end technology and routing of the data. We're essentially automating your e-commerce supply chain for you. So to really kind of, dig in, a little bit, by feature and functionality, from an inventory standpoint, we really like to think of your stock as a bank account. Items are constantly being sold and replenished, essentially your debits and credits. We are automatically adjusting your balances in near real time. So if you run out of stock on a certain item, we will automatically end your listing on every channel that item is listed on. Yeah, another question that comes up a lot is how much of a quantity do you want to show? Meaning if you have, 100 of these remote controls that you're selling, but you might only want to show that you're selling 10 on 3D cart, then we can certainly, our system definitely has that functionality. Also, as you can see in the image, we are uniquely mapping your SKUs across all your different sales channels, truly acting as your system of record. On eBay, you're getting a custom label ID. On Amazon, you're getting your seller SKU. On Etsy, you might be getting a listing ID, and then on 3D Cart, it's your internal SKU. And so again, we are acting as the system of record, uniquely identifying those SKUs across channels, really to kind of just keep everything organized for you. Again, along the inventory management line, we do support various models. Within the realm of inventory management, when you sell and market your product, the way you sell and market your products is very different in how you manage your actual inventory. And we support different models. So as an example, you may have a pair of socks that you sell individually, but you also sell them in a 3-pack or a 6-pack. So now that you've created a bundle in a 3-pack or a 6-pack, but what's important to know is that when you sell a 6-pack, you are reducing 6 of the individual item correctly. So, we can help you logically group those items together. We can logically help you group products together that you're also selling independently. And this is just an example of selling one item as a 3-pack or what we call a bundle. From a built products perspective, let's say that you're selling homemade jewelry or homemade necklace. You have string, beads, jewels. We help you track all of your raw materials and tracking each individual piece of inventory. And this is really helpful, so when you start selling items, you're really able to track the cost and the amounts of your raw materials that you use to build your items. And really in short, tracking all of your inventory no matter how you sell it, it's really important to understand your supply chain, when to replenish a certain item, when it's time to submit a purchase order, not to be carrying too much inventory on hand where you're having to absorb that carrying cost, but also you want your risk to be minimized so you're not, you don't risk overselling or not having product to deliver. So heading into kind of the order management piece, as you can see here, sales orders, feed management, shipping and fulfillment that we handle. First, we can process different feeds for you depending on your business model. So first, we can import inventory from your supplier's catalog and sync those inventory balances to the sales channels that you're selling on so you are accurately representing your supplier's availability. And this is really important because you're not the only one selling your supplier's items, and so we will automatically be retrieving those feeds as often as possible so your balances are accurate and you don't wind up overselling. In addition to processing these catalog feeds, we can also automatically route your sales orders to your supplier of choice. So lots of folks use FBA. So as orders are coming in from all of your channels, we can automatically route those orders to FBA or your warehouse of choice. And then we can also translate that feed based on how your supplier needs to receive them. And then really lastly, once your supplier ships the item, we're then getting the shipping and tracking information and automatically updating the specific marketplace as shipped, and then that is obviously notifying the customer who bought the item that the item's been shipped. Here's the shipping and tracking information. And kind of getting into kind of product listing management and how we can really kind of help you publish your listings across various channels. Our listing management functionality really allows you to quickly see all of your different SKUs, where they're currently listed and not listed. And from there, you can queue up and submit listings to all of your channels as well as revise your current listings. In addition, our system was really architected as a true inventory management system. And when we built our system, we really built it iteratively on customers' feedback. And one of the first questions was, well, I need to create a purchase order. The second question is, well, after I create a purchase order and I receive my product, I need to be able to list those products to different channels. And so, based on the fact that when you just look at the screen, the interfaces, 3D Cart, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, they all have different interfaces, and that's where we can really help you publish your listings across those channels. Because we already kind of done all the hard work in terms of understanding all the different limitations and rules across each of those channels in order to be able to list your product. So from a shipping perspective, we do help you streamline your shipping processes and save time. First of all, we can help you with is really your, you see on the left, your pick, packing, and shipping. So from a pick list perspective, you do have the ability, whether it's 1 or 100 orders that you need to know the physical location of. For example, you need to go get 5 of SKU ABC from aisle A, bin B. And within the pick list, you can also have an image to ensure you're getting the right product. From a packing slip perspective, those can be generated in bulk out of Ecomdash and are fully customizable. So your logo, what information actually appears on the packing slip, the ability to leave a personal message for the customer as well. And then regarding the actual shipping label itself, when you generate the label, we automatically move the order to ship and then post that tracking information back on the sales channel for you, as I just mentioned in the slide before. We also have an automated email marketing tool to let the customer know the item's been shipped. In terms of the carriers that we're integrated with, as you can see on the screen, we're currently integrated with UPS, ShipStation, FedEx, DHL, and then we are integrated with the U.S. Post Office via Stamps.com and Indicia. Here's a list of our integration partners. You can see, we kind of broke them up by marketplaces, shopping carts, and then on the bottom is really just point-of-sale systems, shipping, and then from a repricing perspective, we are integrated with AppEagle, who some of you may be familiar with. We recently just added Jet.com. We do have some other marketplaces that will be coming out later this year. And then QuickBooks, we are currently developing QuickBooks right now, and that will be coming out in Q3. So next, I really just want to kind of get in and talk more about our customers. As you can see here, you can have unlimited users. There's 8 different user roles that we've assigned. So if you just want someone in your warehouse that is doing nothing but shipping, or someone in your office that may be doing nothing but listing items, you can definitely assign those different user roles. We offer free phone, email, and live chat support. You can also list to unlimited marketplaces. And on average, our clients see a 23% quarter-over-quarter increase in their sales. And we talk a little bit more about that here in the next screen. So you'll see a few different. There are 3 examples of our different clients. Radar Toys was able to add 3 new sales channels, and we helped their sales grow by 40%. Big Daddy Guns used our listing tool, and we're able to import 21,000 more SKUs out of their supplier catalogs, and we're able to list those on a few of their different marketplaces. And then, Video Game Trader, he increased his sales over $5,000 per month after a few months of using Ecomdash. So, we really got into this business to, offer our customers an affordable solution to help them really scale their business online. And, we're really proud of the fact that our customers are seeing a significant increase in revenue, on a quarter-over-quarter average. So here's how our pricing works. Very straightforward, very affordable. There are no upfront sales fees. We don't take a percentage of revenue. We don't charge you by, how many storefronts or marketplaces you're on. You only pay for how many sales orders you process from month to month. So if you signed up today, what's today, June 16th, every new customer that signs up pays $50. And after that, so a month from today on July 16th, we look back and see how many orders that you processed through Ecomdash. If you processed, let's say, 200 orders, it would be $75 that you would pay. Now let's say the following month you go and process, 2,000 orders, then it would be $175 per month. But it's month to month. We call it a post-month drip pricing. And again, this can go backwards too. So if your busy season is in November and December, and then your business just kind of is slower in January and February, then you're going to pay less. And we definitely did that just because the more that we're helping you scale online, the more sales channels that we're helping you list on, and to help you manage your business across all your different channels, you know, you're making more money, and then obviously we're seeing a small return of that as well. But, you know, for those who have seasonal businesses, or, you know, maybe you're in a slower month, then obviously, you know, we certainly don't want to be overcharging you if you know, there's not the amount of volume that's going through our application. You know, and for, you know, really to kind of wrap it up, we do have a special offer for anyone, you know, on this webinar. You know, we will give anyone 50% off their first month. You really just need to go to ecomdash.com, sign up for your 15-day free trial, and after your free trial ends, you can simply activate your account, input the coupon code 3D50, and you will get 50% off your first month. This does expire on July 30th. And we will be sending out an email to everyone who attended the webinar today, you know, with this coupon code information, just so you have that. You know, and then lastly, I just really appreciate, you know, I'll certainly open up for questions, but really appreciate everyone kind of dialing in and joining. We're very excited about our partnership with 3D Cart. Definitely feel free to, you know, contact us at support@ecomdash with any questions, or you can email me directly at nick@ecomdash.com. You know, we love when people follow us on social, and you know, again, thank you very much for you know, for listening. And with that, you can either send a message via chat, or I can, you know, if you have a question, if you can just type in a message in the chat box, and then I can kind of read it out loud to the group and then answer your question. Okay, so we do have a question, and this looks like it's from Anthony. So, can you post products that have different orientations, colors, and sizes? Yes, we can definitely do that. Yes. Another question from Wendy. What type of info do you need to start? So to get started, what we really need is really just your seller credentials for each of the different marketplaces that you're on. And really it helps if your SKU numbers are the same across all the different channels. So if you do have SKU numbers, at least have them organized, and we can help you get set up that way. But really, we just really need your setup credentials. Once you sign up for a free trial, you know, we have a setup wizard that'll right when you sign up for a free trial, it'll walk you through step by step, you know, on how you need to get started. Okay, another question from Wendy. Do you work with Shopify? Yes, we are integrated with Shopify. Okay, got another question coming in here. Okay, got another question. Sorry, I'm just reading through these questions. Another question from Billy. How do I upload multiple SKUs? You can create a mapping in our system, and you can simply upload that, you know, via like a CSV file. Another question is a smaller sized retail outlet. We are just opening this summer. Would it be advantageous for us to engage in Ecomdash? We would have somewhere around 100 to 200 SKUs. That's questions from Bob. Yeah, I mean, definitely, Bob. I mean, we are really kind of geared towards, you know, I would say, you know, smaller to, you know, up to those mid sellers. But definitely, we would help you certainly get up and running. Another question from Marcy. How are you different than a product feed service? Yeah, I mean, feed management is a part of what we do. Obviously, we do inventory, listing, help you with your orders and shipping, but the feed management services is just simply part of what we do. There are certain companies that only do feed management. Another question from Lisa. Curious about the auto-generated purchase orders. Can you speak more about how that works? Are we able to add a product to a PO manually? Yes, so we can import orders from your channels, and then add POs based on. Oh, sorry, hang on one second. I'm getting another question. Hang on. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but to answer your question, Lisa, yes, we can import all your orders from the different channels and then add line items to that and then send those different orders out to your suppliers. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting pinged to several questions here, which is great, so I'm just trying to make sure I get through them all. Okay. This is a question from Bill. We get a number of phone orders. Do they count against the total orders for pricing purposes? Yes, they do. We have another question from Victoria. When you add products that are in Ecomdash to a new channel, such as Amazon or eBay, do the items automatically populate, or is there some information we have to input manually to have them transferred to the other channel? So we will automatically populate as much information that we can get from each individual channel, but as you know, you're only getting so much information from eBay and Amazon, but so there might have to be some manual input just based on the channel that we're pulling that information from, but we will automatically populate as much as we can get from each respective channel. Another question from Bonnie. I currently use eProduct Plug to port in my FTP to 3D cart and then channel Unity to map the FTP to various CSV files. Can you do FTP and also map the various FTPs to the different sales channels? Yes, we can, Bonnie. Another question from Brandy. Do you offer end-of-month reporting that combines sales across all channels? Yes, we have roughly around 50 reports that you can pull this type of information along with lots of other information as well. Bill, will a recording of this session be available? I believe so, Bill. I'm not sure if Christina with 3D Cart is recording it, but I can double check here. And if she is, I will definitely I'll definitely let her know she can send it out. Another question from Bonnie. Do you integrate with Square as a POS? No, at this time we currently do not. And then another question from Anthony. Can we use this service only for Amazon and eBay? Do the orders count that come through organically through 3D Cart? Yeah, the orders do count that come organically through 3D Cart. All orders. I mean, we're essentially acting as your system of record for every single channel. So I hope that answers your question, Anthony. What else here? Okay, I think I got through all the questions. Does anyone, if I missed anyone or anyone has any other questions, please, please put them in. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'll leave the floor open for a minute or so here.
Hi, it's Christina. I just wanted to jump in for a second. About the recording of the webinar, I am recording it, and we will be adding it to our YouTube channel.
Oh, great. Thanks, Christina. Okay. Yeah, I guess last call for any question. Oh, got another question that came in from Jason. Do you have an app to allow orders to be pulled by hand, by handheld phone? You can create manual sales orders in our system or iPad. Yeah, I mean, you can create manual sales orders in, Jason. I hope that answers your question. Okay, if there's no other questions, again, thank you very much. Again, you can reach me at nick@ecomdash.com or reach us through support@ecomdash.com. It sounds like Christina will be sending out a recording of this. But again, thank you all for dialing in, and look forward to talking to you all in the near future. And thanks again. Oh, I think we got another question from Anthony before we close off. If we edit the prices or descriptions, will they get updated across all channels? Yes, they will, Anthony. Again, we're acting as a system of record for each individual SKU, so when you make that change to that specific SKU, anywhere that SKU is listed, those changes will take effect across all the channels. Okay, well, again, thank you very much, everybody. It's almost about 2:30 Eastern, and again, thank you for your time, and best of luck in your individual businesses, and we look forward to connecting soon. Thanks again, and thanks, Christina. Bye-bye.